Hello, Janelle here with my UFC Fight Night, I believe it's 25 recap video happened last night. I hope you saw it. It was another great event. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I did make 5 picks, and I'm gonna say that I got 2.5, 500 even. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call it, 500. Like I said, you have to follow me everywhere. So since we're talking about that, please subscribe, please like the video, please share the video, and please follow me on all platforms. That's where you will get all of my picks. I did my picks the day of yesterday, about an hour or two right before the fight. 5 picks, and I got 2.5. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First up, I got this pick. I chose Merab Dvalishvili to beat Cody Stamann, and this was a 3-round unanimous decision in favor. I believe it was unanimous. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, because it did get closer as the fight went on, so please correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But Merab did win the fight. The first round, he was able to take him down numerous times and mount his ground and pound. As he was standing up, he's actually developing quite the stand-up game as well, managed to land some nice shots. But like I said, the fight did get closer as it went on. Cody was able to stay off a lot of the takedowns. He was able to land some shots himself. He was able to control the center of octagon himself. So again, this fight got a lot closer as it went on, but I do agree with the victor. Who do you think Merab should fight next? Next up, I got this pick as well. I chose Sean Strickland to beat Krzysztof Jotko. He did. This was unanimous decision. Someone correct me if I'm wrong there. Man, these fights, man, someone correct me if I'm wrong there on that one as well. But Sean Strickland won the fight. I completely agree. He was first to the punch. He controlled the center of the octagon. He had some takedowns as well. Krzysztof did have his moments as well, but on the stats, he just outlanded him. Like I said, he landed the more significant shots more often. He was in flow state more. I believe he won the fight. He is looking better. He's looking like he has improved. Who would you like to see Sean Strickland fight next? Next up, this is where my .5 comes in. My 2.5, my 0.5. I chose Ian Cutelaba to beat Dustin Jacoby, and he did well. Okay, so it was a split draw. Okay, so that's why I said I'm 500. And this fight, you know what, honestly, as it was over, I was like, I think this is a draw. So I actually agree with the outcome of this. Cutelaba was able to take him down several times in the first round. He was able to mount a ground and pound. He was definitely trying to finish him. You're starting to be known for gassing out. They know you have a strong first round, maybe round and a half, and then you start to gas out. So that means you need to work on that. In the second round, he started to slow down a little bit, but not too much. But the second round was definitely super close. He was winning the first. I would have to look at the minutes to see exactly how much of that second round he was winning before Krzysztof started to land more shots and started to kind of take over, be held center of the octagon as well. I believe he ended up getting his takedowns as well. Third round, he probably won the third round. So again, that fight was super close. I actually thought it felt like a draw, so I agree with the decision. Again, Ian, you're gonna have to get better with your cardio. People are foreseeing that now, so you can work on that. So get better with that. So since it was a draw, do you agree? Why not? And who do you think both fighters, Ian and that's it, Krzysztof, Ian and Jacoby, should fight next? Now, on to the co-main event, and I did not get this pick. I chose Cub Swanson to beat Diego Sanchez, and he did not. This boy, I knew he had a little something. I was still just like, is he there yet? I think he came out there. He is strong. He's long. He's tall for the division. This is 145. He is tall and long for the division. He is powerful for the division. He's fast for the division. He came out very quickly, landed a kick to the liver. Wow, right up underneath the guard, because the hands actually kind of were, but it was right up underneath it, dropped him. It wasn't even a delayed reaction like we normally see with those liver shots. It was immediately. Couple of ground and pound shots later, the fight was over. Great win for Giga. He called out Dominic Reyes, saying he needs to get one of these former champs, because he's like, there's a lot of them. There's TJ, there's Dominic, there's Cody, the other Cody, the other Cody. But there's actually, well, he said he wouldn't fight Frankie Edgar. He just, that's his boy. He won't fight Frankie Edgar. He was talking about Aldo. So he was like, give me one of these former champs. At least give me someone who's highly ranked. He even said Calvin Kattar. He's got Max. He said probably won't give me Max, but I'll take Calvin. But either way, he's shooting high, and I think he definitely should shoot high. He's in an extremely stacked division, so he's going to have to get a couple more wins before he gets anywhere close to a title shot, because even like he said, there's a lot of former champs, talent rich, so it is going to be a little bit of a journey. But yeah, let's throw him in there. Let's sink or swim. When you have a talent rich division like that, it's sink or swim. Throw him in there. Next up, Main event, I did not get this pick either. I chose Dominic Reyes to beat Jiri Prochazka, and he did not. Okay, so this Jiri cat's this is only his second fight in. I can admit I didn't know too much about him. They said that he actually, UFC has offered him contracts for the last couple of years. He said no. He said when he wants to come into the UFC, he wants to come in ready and go straight to the top. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. This man came up in here and he whooped Dominic's behind. And let me tell you something. Dominic showed a little chutzpah because he was he was fighting for his life. I mean, get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me. He was landing his shots. He landed his shots, but he was on the run the whole time. He was backpedaling the whole time, back up against the cage, sliding the whole time. Old boy was on him. He was first. He was often. He was all the time. He held the center of the octagon. He pressed the page going forward. He was throwing everything at him: kicks, elbows, knees, shoulder, hands, toes. I mean, powerful. He's strong. He was a lot bigger than Dominic. I didn't realize. I didn't watch the weigh-ins. My mistake. He looked quite a bit bigger than Dominic in there, and powerful. Dominic, like I said, he caught him with a couple of clean shots because, oh boy, holds his hands down. He's very confident, holds his hands down. So actually Dominic, like I said, he was steady fighting him, trying to fight him off. And so he landed some seriously clean shots. Had he had more power like a Glover, because I believe Glover has more power than he does, that might be something that Jiri might want to worry about in the future. Put your hands up. But I mean, he was all over him. I was surprised Dominic made it out of the first round, but he started to kind of, it was like he accepted it. He accepted the type of fight he was in. Like, okay, I'm in a dog fight right now. I'm losing, and I'm just going to have to lean into this. And so once he did that, he started to do a little bit better. He was able to make it out of that first round. Second round, though, more of the same. Had him standing up against the cage, and he actually threw a leading elbow and then spinned and hit with the back elbow and knocked Dominic out. Sleep. Face first. I mean, led in with the leading, spin, out, face first. I think they said it was like the only fourth or whatever spinning elbow, back elbow, KO or something of that nature. It was like, and then his look already looks like a Mortal Kombat character with his look, and he tries to embody kind of the old-fashioned mixed martial arts about the artistry and the discipline and the chi and all of that sort of nature. Kind of likes to be a little old school with that. Like I said, he's big for the Division II. Okay, so he won this fight, like I said, and Dana White said that he is going to get the next title shot. Let me know if he's going to make good on that. Let me know if you guys agree with that. The light heavyweight division is a little less talent rich, so it's a lot easier. And with wins like that, especially over Dominic, who was ranked like pretty high, yeah. The only person up there who I'd say that he would have to fight would be Rakic, but Rakic's last performance it was lackluster win. So yeah, and he's one of those cats, like, we're gonna have to see if he can keep up this pace for 5 rounds. I don't know. It's going to take somebody with a different skill set, I believe. But yeah, I'm excited. Who would you like to see him fight next? Do you agree with the title shot? Who, if not, what's up with Jiri Prochazka? Now, real quick, I just want to touch on real quick. So we know that my little 2 cents on Diego Sanchez being cut from the UFC and how apparently this has a lot to do with his new coach / mentor, I guess, life coach, I guess, Joshua Fabia. And we've all seen the videos and all of that of the weird training methods and things, or should I say odd. And we all seen the videos with him in the fighter meeting with Paul Felder and Megan and all of them, and getting in an argument with the back and forth. Apparently Diego did pass his physicals, but when they asked him the questions like, hey, are there any issues that we need to know about? Which is because, you know, the fighter knows their body better than anybody else, so they have to ask these questions. And apparently they refused to answer these questions. So that's, I guess, the reason that he's actually getting let go, I guess, combined with the fact that he himself has been talking about the UFC along with the manager. But I think really it's the whole refusing to disclose whether or not you have some issues to answer that question, yes or no. The guy got into the issues talking about how the coverage has been unfavorable to Diego, and it seems like he seems to be more about himself Then there's all the videos with the shirtless videos and being very close together, which I'm not saying anything about like one's sexuality. It's just that it's just odd, coupled with the weird training. And not only that, with his performances lately, his last few fights where he's not as good. It would be one thing if it was all this other extra stuff and he was par the same or doing something better, trying something new, but he's literally have periods in his fights where he's not defending or fighting. So we don't know what's going on here. But we know he's not a better fighter. He's worse off. And it's not because he's the winner of his career either. Like he's worse after getting with this guy. So that would be my reason for saying I don't think this guy is good for him. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that whole situation. It is him being a fan favorite, us having so much tape on him throughout the years, 15, 20 years, all the interviews with him being in the house. We know a lot about Diego Sanchez, not saying that we know him, but we just have a lot more tape on him than others. And he's just exhibiting behavior that we're not used to seeing, and his performance inside the octagon is worse. So that's why folks are worried. That's why folks have questions. Rashad Evans said that you could see that he was clearly trying to set the UFC up for future lawsuits. Let me know your thoughts about that. But just, yeah, give me your thoughts on that whole situation. It just sucks to see him go out in such an odd way. If he just got cut, so many people have been cut recently. JDS has been cut recently. So if he just was part of that cut, I would say okay. But because it's happening like this, it's like, you know, what a shame. So give me your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts on the entire event, how you did on all of your picks, any injury updates. Real quick, with Giga and with Jiri, with English being their second language, with it being kind of broken, but yet you could still see their personality shine through. They have very easy, likable personalities. I just want to touch on that as well. So give me all of your thoughts on all of that. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all of that, where you can find all of my picks all of the time. Subscribe, like, talk to me, take care, and goodbye.